YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys episode 16 of the first ever Pokemon Moon Shiny Island quest. If you guys are hyped for this episode, show your love on that like button down below, because your support is greatly appreciated. We know that YouTube is broke. It is so broken, guys, and I hate to keep complaining about it, but YouTube is so broken. It's so broken, guys. I legitimately had like 10 people yesterday reach out to me, and they were like, dude, why haven't you posted any videos lately? And I'm like, dude, I upload episodes every single day. What do you mean? And they were unsubscribed from my channel. So if you're watching this, you're obviously not unsubscribed, but it's really annoying. So I just had to complain, because why not start my morning complaining? It's 9:30 a.m. Here I am complaining, and that's just wonderful. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's get into the episode here. Of course, if you missed the last episode, guys, always in the description below. No stress there. And what else are we talking about today? Well, we're here in Malie Garden. We've got to meet up with Professor Kukui here. We got our question today. What was your first Pokemon game that you ever played? You can let me know that in the comment section below. For me, it was actually the original Red and Blue, and I remember being a youngster with my little Game Boy, you know, with that crazy light that would stick off of it, so I could play in the dark under, you know, the sheets when I was going to bed, when I was supposed to be sleeping as a young lad. So I remember doing that, and that was always cool. And I also remember my first Pokemon experience, guys. I kid you not. I was very young. I don't know how young. I don't remember how old I was when I was first playing Pokemon. I was probably 7 or 8 or whatever the games came out. I'm 25, so I don't know, 19 years ago, I guess. It's a 20-year anniversary, so 19 years ago. I don't know. So it's probably 6 or 7. So I remember playing, and I remember when I first played through the game, I actually was so little trying to play this game, and I was so impatient as a young aDrive. I couldn't even figure out how to get my first Pokemon. I remember playing it, and I was getting frustrated because I didn't like read the stuff that people said to me and stuff. And I was just like, I remember my sister, I would say to my sister, I'm like, Christina, and she's 7 years older than me, Christina, why can't I get a Pokemon? This is so annoying. And my sister also had a Game Boy, and obviously she was older and had, you know, more intelligence and patience than I did at the time. She showed me what I needed to do. She was like, oh, you have to walk in the tall grass. Who would have thought? So you had to walk in the tall grass, then Professor Oak meets you and says, hey, here's your Pokemon, dude. There you go. And I was like, oh snap, this is cool. So I ended up getting my first starter Pokemon, and it's kind of tough for me to remember, because I remember loving Squirtle. All right, so let me explain this, a couple things here. I remember loving Squirtle. Rage is building. Oh, I thought he got like a boost. I remember loving Squirtle because turtles were one of my favorite animals when I was a little kid. I love turtles for some reason. And then I never actually got a turtle because they're actually, it turns out they have a lot of bacteria on their shell, and it just wasn't a good situation. So as a young lad, I never got a turtle. But I did have this insane fascination with animals and turtles and stuff like that. So I really wanted the turtle, so I probably picked Squirtle as my first ever starter Pokemon. But I do remember when I completed the Pokedex, and I did complete the Pokedex in Pokemon Red. I remember when I completed the Pokedex, I did it with Charizard. I remember specifically having Charizard on my team when that happened. So I'm not exactly sure who my first starter was, but I do remember beating the game and completing the Pokedex with a Charizard. I took the link cable, if any of you guys remember the link cable. I took the link cable and my sister's Game Boy and my Game Boy, and I would trade across the two of them. And I remember actually cheeky, you know, 8-year-old Dan, my mom was like, okay, what do you want to get your sister for Christmas? And as we're approaching the holiday season, this is a good conversation. It's actually really funny. I remember this. I actually remember this as a little kid. I remember thinking this and doing this. What do you want to get your sister for Christmas? And I was like, oh, Ma, I'm pretty sure that she really, really, really wants to get a link cable, so that way she can trade Pokemon with her friends. And really, selfish little Dan, at however old I was, like I said, 9, 7, 5, 7, 6 years old, whatever it was, I actually got the link cable because I wanted the link cable so I could trade and finish my Pokedex. I'm not saying you could blame me, though, if I'm being honest. I mean, could you really blame me? I was just trying to catch all the Pokemon. That's what they told us to do. They told us you gotta catch them all, so that's what I was trying to do, and it, you know, I did it. So, but I also remember too, and I'm just kind of going down memory lane here, because I'm someone who's been playing this game for a very long time, and I love Pokemon. I remember when I completed the Pokedex, I did it, and I had caught Missing No. I was one of those guys who rare candy glitched the nonsense out of that game. Once I learned about the rare candy glitch, I was all about that, dude. I was all about Missing No. I basically made my second home the side of Cinnabar Island. I kid you guys not. But I made the mistake of catching said Missing No, which you're not supposed to do, apparently. And my game file did get corrupted, and I do remember this. I remember sitting on the staircase in my house that I don't live in anymore, because my parents don't have the house anymore and I have my own and whatever else. But I remember sitting on the staircase in my house and crying to my dad saying my game is ruined. I lost everything on the game. And that was actually with a completed Pokedex. So at 9 years old, I learned what heartbreak really was for the first time when my Pokedex was ruined because of my game getting corrupted from catching Missing No. So if there's one thing I learned as a young kid, it was do not catch Missing No. But it was so appealing when you have like level 120 Pokemon in front of you. And I'm not kidding. There were Pokemon that were over level 100 that you can catch because of this Missing No glitch, which was really, really cool. So anyway, here's Kukui. Oh, Professor Kukui. Hey there. What's going on with you two? Your eyes are shining extra bright today. Did something big happen? It sure did. Professor, you gotta hear this. The Ultra Wormhole opened up like right in front of us and there were really Ultra Beasts in there. You gotta tell Professor Burnett too. Whoa, you got to see the Ultra Wormhole and an Ultra Beast? That is amazing. Oh yeah, sounds like an even better reason to train hard. Yeah, on your island challenge. Maybe someday we'll all be able to go through the Ultra Wormhole. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? Your next trial is up on Mount Hokulani. You can catch the bus up there, just head to the bus stop on Route 10. All right. So Hal's got to get some Malasada. We're going to head up to Route 10, catch the bus up to the top of Mount Hokulani, and there's an observatory on Mount Hokulani, so we are headed up there. Hal is excited. I'm excited. Let's do it. So yeah, anyway, game got corrupted. That was one of my first memories of Pokemon. But anyway, I talked a bit about Squirtle, and I talked a bit about Charmander, but I gotta say, guys, this may come as a surprise to you, but I'm a Bulbasaur lover. Yep, I said it. I came out of the, you know, the Pokemon, the Pokemon storage system. I am a Bulbasaur lover. I love Charmander. I really do. If you guys don't know, I have my car is actually, the license plate of my car is Charizard, CHRZRD. Like, I really like paid to get that license plate. That's a real thing. So I love Charizard, but man, I gotta show some love to my homie Bulbasaur, dude. I love Bulbasaur, I love Ivysaur, I love Venusaur. I feel like those are the least loved of the starters, man. And I've always just had, I love all the first gen starters, man. I really do. But Bulbasaur is a special one to me. I don't actually know why, but I just remember really liking Bulbasaur. And if I were to have to make the choice in real life right now, oh God, I don't know if I would pick Charmander or Bulbasaur. I guess I would have to choose. That would be really hard. If there was like a shaman in the forest, if I happened to be wandering in the forest and there was a shaman there, because that's really the only thing that this would happen with, and they said to me, Dan, aka aDrive, would you choose Bulbasaur or Charmander? Choose it right now. Man, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That would be the biggest struggle. But we need to go to the Malie library because Lily needs to read some books or something. So I don't know. Let's go do that though. Speaking of books, guys, I'm going off on a tangent today, but these are my favorite kind of commentaries that I do. I feel like I just like to just ramble in my Let's Plays. This is how I started as a creator on YouTube, is just rambling on videos. So anyway, there's Alolan Oak, but I gotta tell you guys, I haven't seen the Fantastic Beast thing and where to find it, but Matt is Books and Games is coming next week. We are gonna go see it next week. I'm gonna make him go with me, and if he doesn't come, then he's banned from my channel. Anyway, I'm excited for that. Oh, well, hello there. Good to meet you. I'm Oak Shamshin Oak. I'm a Pokemon researcher, and I'm looking for the regional variants found around here. And you must be aDrive, huh? Young Kukui mentioned you to me. Rotom, you'll be sure to help this fine young boy on his trip around the island, all right? Who do you think you're talking to? Zzz, of course I'm doing that. Here you guys. All right. And you, aDrive, I'll be trusting you to keep Rotom safe as well. The young fellow from Kalos who helped invent that Pokedex put a lot of work into it, and as much love and care as any parent. I'll be in the Malie library if you need me. Feel free to stop by and chat anytime. If you're having trouble finding the library, just follow the Black Brick Road. All right, we're gonna follow the Black Brick Road. I love this city though, it looks great. So anyway, talking about more Pokemon stories, since I kind of tangented there. Went on a tangent. Oh man, we should go pick up some cool clothes. Let's see if they got any cool clothes here. I also remember like another Pokemon memory. By the way, it's early. Oh, it's never an aDrive video unless I yawn, guys. Every time. I can't avoid it. I always yawn. I don't know what it is, man, but I always yawn. So these are our shirt options. Pretty lame. Here's some cut-off jeans. I'll look real styling in those. Camo cargo shorts. Oh my God, what year is it? Not that I have much style sense in the first place, but geez, nothing personal. The woolly crap. Oh goodness, You could be Crabrawler's evolved form with this thing, with these pants. We can have jellyfish pants on, ribbed capris. The style on Alola is very strange, but I kind of like the woolly crab shorts, guys. I'm totally gonna get the woolly crab shorts. Just because we have Southclaw on the team, and I want him to think of his alma mater. So we're gonna get the woolly crab shorts. It's annoying that I have to go to the fitting room too right now. Like, I just wanted to automatically put them on in front of this counter. Like, seriously, what do I need a fitting room for? All right, well, let's put on these sweet shorts now. Change clothes, and yeah. So I remember another memory of Pokemon stuff, since we're kind of talking about that. Looking stylish, man, looking stylish. All right, was when I was a lot younger, Diamond and Pearl were coming out, and they came out in Japan. And it just so happened that, we look great, by the way. We look freaking sweet, dude. So it just so happened that in Japan, Diamond and Pearl was coming out, and my brother, my stepbrother, happened to be in Japan at the same time. Mind blown. That's the story. No, so I had him pick up a copy of Japanese Pearl for me, and I remember playing through Japanese Pearl, not having any idea what was going on, because I couldn't obviously read it, but I was able to play through Japanese Pearl, and I beat the game in Japanese because I wanted to play the game so bad before it came out in America, like in English. So anyway, the woman working at the library did tell me where to find the library, so I guess you could say it was all for the best. So Lily got off in she got lost trying to find clothes or whatever. Giant Mudsdale, and a little aDrive, it's been a while, friend. Looks like your island challenge is coming along favorably. That must be pleasing to the Tapu. So aDrive, who might this be? Hapu's like, yeah, was that your girl? Because I thought I was gonna be your girl. Oh, hello, my name is Lily. My apologies if Mudsdale spooked you just now. Doesn't seem like a trial goer. We should give her a country accent. What are you up to? Oh, I'm actually studying the Tapu's ruins for various reasons of my own. Well, that's some fine initiative. I'd be happy to show you the way whenever you'd like to go. My Mudsdale here is sturdy as all get out. She can easily carry two. Thank you for your offer. Come on, Mudsdale, let's go. Yeah, let's ride on out of here. All right, we're gonna go. See you later. Shall we check out Malie Library since we're here? I mean, I suppose we're like right in front of it. So, oh, there's Samson Oak in the corner that there, reading the Artemis is Foul, probably, or 50 Shades of Grey Pokemon. The book that I'm looking for is very old. It's Myths and Legends that Burnett told me about. So she's trying to find a very old book. This guy on the right-hand side here looks like we should talk to him. Would you like to talk to me, my friend? You could read all the books for free. Well, I wasn't gonna pay to read them. Hey, Mr. Oak, what are you doing over here? Alola, young aDrive. Just as I would have expected. Oh, so I have to catch a Persian? Yeah, I'm not gonna get a Persian. I don't care about Persian. All right. What do we got going on up top? Ooh, we got some books and stuff. Books and games, perhaps? It must be a very valuable book, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to take it out of the library. Ah, crazy ghost lady. She needs some better clothes. Is this what you're looking for, princess? Give it a read. Oh, of course. It's the crazy librarian. Well, it's titled The Light of Alola. I'll just read it aloud, shall I? There's no words on the pages. The empty sky broke asunder, a hole appearing where had been none. A single beast appeared from it. It was named the beast that calls the moon. The king of Alola bowed before it, the beast that stole heaven's light. The island's guardians fought against it, but in the end they lost the fight. Then did the beast that brings the dark cast its paw on the line of kings. So would the beast that had won mark the path for all such finished things. Beast of sun and beast of moon, through their union they brought new life, a fragile heir in Alola born, that island guardians would keep from strife. The ancient kings sang their thanks for Lunala with the song of flute. Two tones rang out across the altar, a perfect pair even after mute. That was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Isn't it great? My dad's books are all great. Your dad? What? I mean, yes. When you say your father, isn't this book very old? Yeah, it belonged to my dad. I know I don't look it, but my family used to be pretty much royalty. I had to have all my dad's books moved here so they didn't get ruined by the Pokemon. I can tell you lots of other old stories about Alola too. You interested? Yo! I just got mind blown right now. I just got so mind blown right now. So guys, I don't want to spoil because I've obviously played through the game and we're only on episode 16 or whatever, and obviously I haven't gotten very far, but I just got mind blown. So she just talked about her family used to be a royal family. And I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna try to go spoiler free on this because obviously you guys may not, I don't know, want spoilers. But she said her family used to be royalty, and I remember Alolan Persian was said to, or Alolan Meowth, Alolan Persian was said that they changed their form because they descended from royalty. They were like associated with royalty. And if you don't know, Acerola here is associated with another character who I'm not gonna tell you about yet, who happens to have an Alolan Persian. Oh my goodness. Like, this is why playing Pokemon games a second time or a third time is so epic, guys. It's so worth it. Like, I never really realized that, and now I just had this giant epiphany, and maybe you guys already thought of that, but now that I can put the pieces together and I know how the story progresses, I can, you know, make the connections that I otherwise wouldn't have made before. Like that one, which is pretty nuts, actually. That is actually pretty nuts. I feel like that would be a cool video to make, like, for YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if anyone's going to care. But if you think it would be a good video to talk about, maybe I'll make a separate video about it. But either way, let us continue our journey here. Let's go to the trash dump, man. Let's go with my man Jack, because Jack is just awesome looking. And we're going to go to the trash dump here. And then we got to work our way up to the top to Mount Hokulani. But let's see what's going on here. There's a couple trainers, so we'll just battle them real quick and see what's going down. Clean, the fighting style of janitors. Yes, so we shall battle it up. But that's why I feel like it's so good. And this is, if you guys don't know, this is actually technically now my third playthrough of the game, believe it or not. I played through on the bug lock, so you guys have been watching that. That one's a little bit farther along this one. I played through Pokemon Sun, which is like my streaming copy. That's the game I do on stream and for like battles and breeding and whatever else. And this is my third attempt at the game. I'll likely end up, by the time all is said and done, like by the time, don't poison me, please. Probably by this time next year, by like December of next year, I'll probably have played through Sun and Moon. I would say if I had to guess, 6 times. 6 times, I'll say. 6 times I'll probably play through it. Do I want to learn Payback? Who even wants to learn Payback? Who is it? Southclaw wants to learn it. Ooh, that's interesting. Do I want to get rid of Dizzy Punch for Payback? Because Dizzy Punch hasn't really done anything for us. Yeah, I want to give him Payback because I like Dizzy Punch's animation, but if you're not going to like actually do anything, then it's whatever. Here comes a Trubbish, which is just straight trash. I'm gonna hit him with the Fierce of Bone Meringues. Sludge. Living. Hey, there you go, Jack. Nice job. Hit him with those bones, baby. Boom. Oh god, he lived. Excuse me. Hiccups. Fun fact though, if you have hiccups, like if my hiccups persist, if you drink water and gargle the water, the hiccups go away. I kid you not. It's like a secret trick that I figured out. I don't know if it's like on the internet and other people have figured it out too, but I just randomly decided to gargle water one day while I had the hiccups and it worked, so. Oh, it's Oak again. How did you get over here? Alolan Grimer. So, Alolan Grimer, he wants to give me something. What are you giving me? A friend ball, sweet. Yeah, so these Pokeballs, by the way, guys, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna let you guys know that any of these Pokeballs that I get, like these exclusive Pokeballs, I'm actually gonna transfer them into my other game because you only get one of them. And like Friend Ball, you get one Friend Ball, guys, one Friend Ball. It's so annoying. So the key, what you can do is you can give it to a Pokemon that has good stats and like pass it down in breeding a bunch if you really want to get like the Friend Ball Pokemon. It's really annoying, but like if you guys know the Johto Pokeballs, there's only one of each. So like, I don't know what bag it's in, probably this bag, right? Is this the bag? Yeah, it's gotta be it. So here's the Friend Ball. Strange Pokeball that will make wild Pokemon caught more friendly. So they have a different animation, so they're kind of rare. But the only way to get Pokemon in those balls is to, you only have one of them and then you can pass it down in breeding. It's really, really dumb. Really, really dumb. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I thought they should have made it so you can at least buy them in the store later. Like, why wouldn't you want to? But anyway, I'll save us this conversation here. This guy runs the factory and his son is his factory worker. And his factory worker son is kind of lazy and has given up and does not want to, you know, doesn't really want to do a whole lot. So we're gonna battle the father here because he wants to prove his might as the guy who runs the Alolan Grimer Muck dispensary here, whatever it's called. He's got a Muck though. This is actually a really powerful Pokemon. I'm gonna lead with Jack, but I feel like I might actually get destroyed by this thing because he could totally go for like a dark type move and that would hurt. But let's go for the Boomerang because it is going to be super effective. He's actually faster and goes for the Poison Fang. We resist that, but he'll probably poison me. Yeah, of course he does. That's insane, yo. This thing gets 50% chance to poison with Poison Fang, and it has Poison Touch too, which like obviously makes it even better. It's crazy good. I love it, man. If you want to poison something, Muck is the way to go, dude. So Jack up to level 31, feeling powerful. Janitor Sean goes down. See you later, Sean. Thanks for the battle, dude. All right, what's next, man? Let's see here. Not too shabby, just like I figured you got something in you, kid. You even beat my father. So now I gotta battle this dude. There's no way we could win against this kid. So his dad is basically saying like, listen, you gotta work hard, dude. You gotta work hard and you gotta try. If you don't try, you're never gonna make anything happen, you know what I mean? And this is a great lesson right here. I know I kind of skipped through it for the purposes of just saving time because it's kind of like a minor little side story thing here, but it's a true thing, man. You gotta work hard and you gotta take chances and you gotta be willing to, you know, put yourself out there if you wanna do something special in life, you know? That's how I feel anyway. And, you know, I feel like, obviously what I do here on Twitch and YouTube is what I do as my job right now, and I don't know how permanent it is. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this for the next 5 years. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this for the next year. I have no idea. Like, I really have no clue how long I can be on Twitch and YouTube and do this as a job. But I really feel super thankful and super lucky that I can do this. But I do want to say that, you know, it took a lot of work and patience and courage and, you know, determination and a huge risk to do all this. And while I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to everyone, obviously I'm very happy how things have turned out so far. I love what I do, and I can't imagine doing a job that I love more than doing this. In fact, there's no chance that there's anything out there right now in my life that I would want to do more than do this. But I took some really big gambles, man. Like, I left my career, and I remember someone said to me, that wasn't your career. And I'm like, yo, that's the exact definition of a career, dude. Like, I left my career. You know, I went to school, I graduated, and I got my job when I got out of school, and I had, you know, my career. I was in the field I studied 4 years for, and I had spent, you know, all this time in school to go to, and I got that job, and I left. I quit so I could play video games on the internet. And obviously a pretty big gamble here, but you're hired. So he's gonna hire his son now. His father's really happy. He's gonna hire him, and now he is gonna let his Grimer and his son become the president of his business. So there it is, man. He said, sorry for using you to teach my son a lesson. Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. So thanks for doing that. Yes, sir, you can, sir. So we have saved the garbage plant, guys. So luckily, all the garbage in Alola will be filtered, or whatever they do with it. And that is because of us. So next time you get your garbage serviced, then you can thank us because we saved the day. That's how I feel about that. That is how I feel about that. So let me heal real quick. Then we gotta head to Route 10 and work our way up to Mount Hokulani. Because we've got to see what's going on up there, man. We gotta go figure out what's up on top of Mount Hokulani and do all this stuff there. This Ula Ula Island's a very, very big island, guys, so I'm not really gonna necessarily rush to get my next shiny, but I probably will want to do it soon-ish. Maybe in like another few episodes we'll do it. I'm not sure. So we'll figure it out, though. But let's go down this route here. I think that lady actually heals me. No, she doesn't. She tells us about the Stuffles, right? Yeah. So she's got some Stuffles, so we gotta get some Stuffles. And I'm actually gonna kind of fly through this route a little bit. Oh no, I didn't mean to say I'm too busy. I want to actually help you. Sorry, I messed up. Okay, so let me find her Stuffles. She's got some Stuffles hiding around somewhere. There's a Pokemon in the tree. There's this guy who wants to battle me. I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to battle some people right now, although I'm gonna be attacked from the tree right now instead. So let's just be attacked, I guess. I'm feeling like I don't want to battle these people though. I'm just being honest. So I gotta figure out what two shinies gotta catch. And this is where the comment section comes in. I know I want to go for Bruxish as one of them because I feel like that'll be a cool shiny. In terms of the other one, I've been trying to only pick Alola Pokemon, so I'm open-minded to any suggestions. There's a Stuffle there. I'm open-minded to any suggestions you guys might have. So if there's If there's a certain Pokemon that you think would be really cool, let me know. Obviously, some are less feasible than others. Like, if I'm just being totally honest, guys, I'm not... Is that a Stuffle? Oh, man, we found a Stuffle. If I'm being totally honest, I'm really not interested in doing, like, shiny hunts like Minior, for example, where it just self-destructs every time, guys, because that just is not going to be... Not gonna be fun, man. I like on this game, I don't have all the tools I would normally have to shiny hunt, so we are a little bit bound by certain things. Like, I can only do so much. So, yeah, Skarmory is pretty sweet though. So I'm trying to think. Like, I'm trying to think of what I know. Bruxish. I think Bruxish will probably be the one we go for. I know maybe Mimikyu would be a cool idea. I guess I could trade over a Pokemon to do that and do Mimikyu. So I could mess around and try to do Mimikyu, but we already have a Ghost type, so that's why I haven't really been thinking about doing Mimikyu at this point in time, so I'm not exactly sure there. Trying to think of what other Pokemon are available on this island that are really sweet. I know some people suggested I go for some of the ice Pokemon, but you can't get those till way later. Like, you can't do, as far as I know, you can't do Vulpix and Sandshrew or any of those Pokemon until way later. Oh, there's an Ariados, that's intense. Trying to think what else. Like, what else we could find. Oh, you know what I really want to do? I just remembered one of the Pokemon I really wanted to do, guys. I wanted to do a Alolan Geodude. How would you guys feel about that? So that way our 6 Pokemon would be Bruxish, the 4 on the screen, and a Alolan Geodude to start off as our first 6. And then I think when we get to the Pony Island, the last island, I would go for something like Alolan Executor maybe, and something like that. So that was kind of what I was thinking. So I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, but let me know. Those are just some ideas. And I know I'm skipping a lot of the trainers on this route. Maybe we'll come back and battle them later. I don't know. I kind of wanted to get to the end of this route so we can kind of continue and work our way up the mountain. I feel that, like, I don't want to be over leveled anyway, so I feel like we're going to be in good shape. So that's kind of where my head's at for the shinies that I want to go for. I think that would be really cool. I knew there was one that I really wanted to go for. It was a Alolan Geodude. Like, that was one of the ones that I thought would be really fun to do, because it looks awesome, and its ability Galvanize is really cool, that it boosts its normal type moves. And on a playthrough like this, we could do like normal explosions, like electric type explosions, which would be really funny. So that was an idea. I think those are cool ideas. So I guess I gotta battle this dude. Wee woo, wee woo. My impression of a siren is pretty good. I actually thought it was terrible, Mr. Police Officer man, sir. But it's okay. I like your mustache though. Police officer has a Growlithe. So fun story, guys. I kid you guys not. Before I recorded this episode this morning, I was on my other DS, and I was on this route collecting berries because I needed the EV reducing berries so I can start planting them for the future. And this is the only route in the game where you can find those berries, apparently. So I was on this route, and I never battled this police officer. So this is a very rare situation where for the second time in a day, I'm battling the same exact trainer. That's just a fun little behind the scenes with aDrive, you know. And yeah, that's my story. But he's going down because I hit him with some bones, and that's it for him. So thanks for battling me, police officer. Thanks for doing that. And I did agree with the comment section too. I didn't address this earlier, but I did read the comments, and a lot of people told me to evolve Mr. Southclaw as soon as possible. So we are going to do that. I'm going to do it once I get to the mountain where I would evolve him. I will evolve him on my other game. So. What, you never seen somebody take a bus stop before? Hey, yo, you trying to steal our bus stop? Best go find your own, you heard? Skull. Every time. Team Skull. 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 All right, Team Skull, I'm ready for you. I'm actually feeling like I might have a hard time against the next trial, but I guess we'll see how it goes. If I get destroyed, I get destroyed, right? A Golbat. Very cool, Golbat and S-Ball. We'll catch Samantha here. Samantha does not mess around. Do not forget that. Do not forget that Samantha is not here to mess around. Samantha, look at Samantha's eye right now. Samantha does not take no junk from nobody. I'm gonna beak blast your face in. You're gonna air cutter me. That's not gonna allow me to beak blast your face in though. That's unfortunate. I mean, I'm still gonna beak blast your face in. Boom, but I'm not gonna get the burn. But I don't need the burn because I'm awesome. All right, let's go for the flame charge. He's gonna confuse Ray. I hate you, Golbat. I hate you with a passion that burns harder than 1,000 Soul Gallios. Yep, that is true. Even though it's not even a fire type, just go with it. There it is, baby. Hit him with a flame charge. Boom. Very cool. See you later, Golbat. That was nice battling with you, buddy. Broccoli up to 30, and Team Skull guy goes down. Can I use the bus stop now, please? Dang, I lost to my homie's gotta fight you. That's just Skull in real life. Skull. Skull. All right, well, I'm battling the next Team Skull guy, and we'll see if he can stand up to Samantha, because Samantha don't mess around, dude. I don't know what you think you're doing, but Samantha's not messing around here, so let's do it. He's got Eradicate. Eradicate. All right, I just want to burn someone with this beak move, so can you... Actually, you know what? I should just Brick Break, because we'll just knock it out anyway. It's 4 times super effective on Eradicate. So let's hit him with the fierce of Brick Breaks right now. Boom! See you later, Eradicate. Peace out, Cub Scout. All right, Samantha's up to 31. Very nice. And the rest of the team's feeling good. Team Skull Grunt goes down, and we are in good shape. Now I can ride the bus. The wheels in the bus go round and round, around and round, round and round. All right, well, thanks, Team Skull, for hanging out. I appreciate your patronage. And it's Kukui again. aDrive. What's up? What's going on? Some Team Skull punks just ran past me the other direction. I wish they'd challenge the league instead of getting up to no good. The league? Yes, the league. Ho ho, you'll find out you wait, cousin. But first things first, if you want to head up to Mount Hokulani, we should take the bus. All right, guys, we can take the bus now to the top of Mount Hokulani, but this is where our journey ends for today. So let me know, what was your first Pokemon game? What was your first Pokemon game? Let me know in the comment section below. If you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. That's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.